Hey, and welcome back to the Root podcast. My name is Tony, and here on To the Root, we're talking about spirituality, self love healing, and beauty. And today, I really wanted to give you some encouragement after finally putting out my first video. I have to say, I was super excited, but of course, critical because you go back and you look at all the things that you think that you should have done differently. But the name of the game was, I put the video out. And I want that to be an encouragement to you. If you have a dream or a goal of something that you're thinking about, it's only your overthinking that is stopping you. When I first decided to become an esthetician, I was 53 years old. I had been out of school for 30 years, and the thought of it was overwhelming. But 9 months later, I made it, and I got my license, and I'm an esthetician. If I had actually gone in and looked at all the details of everything that it took, I'm sure I wouldn't have done it, because it is a very inundated field, and you have to really find your niche and the things that really speak to you in order for you to really get out there and build your clientele. And I think we go in sometimes with things, we have just such we've idealized the thought of what it's going to look like. And then when it doesn't go the way that we want it to go, then we quit and we go on to the next thing. But if it's something that's really speaking to your heart, yeah, you may have to step back and redirect, regroup, rethink, and come up with a new plan. But I would say if it's something that's really speaking to you, don't quit. Because, there's lots of doctors out there in the field, right? But not every doctor is for everyone. You're going to find the person that speaks to you, to your personality, and to your concerns. And it may take several for you to find the one, but typically when you find the one, you're committed to that one. Well, you may have to do that with your passion. It may take many doors closing before the right one opens. So one of the things that I love sound bath therapy. And I have a really nice set of crystal sound bowls. And a few years back, I had never even heard of that. I went to a friend's house and she had someone play the bowls for us, and it was such an amazing experience. And I remember thinking, I have to know more about this. And so I started looking into it, and my friend helped me get a set of bowls, and I thought I had all these ideas of what I wanted to do. And then I began to get discouraged, because the more I looked into it, the more I saw so many people were already doing it. And that was something I always put on myself, like, oh, I'm too late. Somebody's already doing this. But you know what? I just decided I'm just going to put myself out there. And I had my own people actually come, and that really began to love doing sound bath meditation. And I began to find my own way of doing it. And it was helping me and helping them. So it's so important that you find the thing that really speaks to your heart, and that you don't quit. Because it's so easy. That's one of the dangers of social media. It's so easy to get discouraged when you're looking at other people's pages and you think that they've made it, but you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. Listen, I have great aesthetic content, but I didn't always have a large clientele. It takes time to find the people that you mesh with and the people that mesh with you. But, of course, when you put up a video, you're showing your best results, right? But I also think that we have to be real with people. Just like right now, I've paused aesthetics, and I'll go into detail with that on another video. But, sometimes it takes a lot of doors closing for you to find the right one to open. The goal is just to not quit. I can tell you every single time that I've asked something of the universe, and it's something that I'm giving back of value and service to others, I always magically have a door that's created. I meet the right people. It takes me on a different path. Sometimes some things I never thought that I would be sitting here making videos, bearing my soul, and being brutally honest until I got in aesthetics, and then I met clients that were hurting and broken like I was hurting and broken. And my goal, of course, is to help them see themselves differently, how I am seeing myself differently. I have a lot of work still to do. But my number one thing is, before I check out of this place, I want to leave all the love that I have to give with all of you. And I want to see the lineage in my life changed forever, to where no one's keeping family secrets, and that there's no more toxicity in the families, and that we actually know what love looks like. So if there is really something inside calling to you, talking to you, that you really want to try, I would really just encourage you to find a way to make that happen. We're only here in this body, in this particular time right now. And we all came here with a special set of gifts to give back to the planet and the people. Even if you think about comedians, there's sometimes where we need to just tune the world out and just have a good laugh. Sometimes it's good to just go to the movies and be scared and forget about whatever else is going on before we have to come back to our responsibilities. So everything that you do for the collective matters. So if you have a dream or a goal, I'm begging you to make that happen, because you don't want to be somebody that gets to the end of your life and that you're living with regret. I literally was at my husband's bedside when he took his very last breath and his heart stopped in that body. And the last thing that he was thinking about was his sports car or his jewelry or his career. Toward the end of his life, it was really all about love and making things right with, those that he felt he needed to get things right with. So I'm begging you, I'm encouraging you, step out and trust your intuition and watch the universe line up everything that's magic for you. Hey, if you like this message, leave me a like, give me some comments, and subscribe to the channel. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you have any upcoming ideas, I'd love to see those too. So we'll see you next time on To The Root.